Today, I'd like to talk to you about your definition of success. And stick around because a little later in the video, I'm going to talk about why it's important to know when to celebrate success. My own personal experience and my experience working with other people, working with my clients, is that most people aren't clear on exactly what success means to them. Someone once said that you don't want to spend years climbing the ladder of success only to discover that the ladder's been leaning on the wrong wall. You have to be clear about what success means to you, and most people are far too vague. I've been that way in the past myself. We say things like, I'd like to make more money, or I want to lose some weight. Those are wonderful ideals, but the problem is, what does that mean? How much weight do you want to lose? How much more money do you want? If you're not clear on that, you're not going to know when you've succeeded. You see, there's two problems with success that I want to draw your attention to. The first is success is a moving goal. When you increase your income, when you start writing a book, start building a business, whatever it is you want to work towards, if you don't know what success looks like, you're not going to know when you reach it. You say you want more money, you increase your income by 500, and then you decide, no, I want 1,000. Then you get 1,000 and you want 1,500. The same problem with multimillionaires. People that have 5 million need 10. People that have 50 million need 100 million. People with 500 million want a billion and they're never satisfied, even though in our eyes, they've succeeded wildly. So set your own clear definition of what success is. I want to lose 15 pounds. I want to write a novel. I want to learn this musical instrument. I want to create a better relationship. Be very clear. The next problem with trying to feel successful is we always say, I'll feel happy, I'll feel successful when. And we want to achieve that goal before we allow ourselves to feel successful. And when we do that, because success is a moving target, we're never feeling successful. We're never feeling fulfilled. We're never feeling like we've accomplished what we need to accomplish in life. Now, I'm all for reaching a goal and setting an even higher goal. I've done that many times in my life. Or I reach a goal and I set a goal in another area of my life. I think that's a great idea. We should always be learning. We should always be growing. We should always be getting better at things, but we need to know that we have succeeded. We need to remember how far we've come. So, what I want to give you some advice around today is when to celebrate, when to feel successful. Now, anytime you want to accomplish a big goal, you're going to have to do some degree of planning. And planning is wonderful, but as the Stoic philosopher Seneca once said, the fool is always getting ready to start. We want the perfect plan. We want to be guaranteed success before we even start. You want to start taking action. And when you take action, that's when you celebrate success, because when you're working towards a goal, you've gone a lot further than a lot of people have gone. They're wishing, they're hoping, they're planning, you're taking action. Now, if the action doesn't work, that's fine. Change the action you're taking, adapt, pivot, learn from what's not working, and go in another direction. And that's success. Making another attempt is success. You only fail if you stop trying. So keep trying. I remember when I was writing my second novel, I wanted something, a certain purchase I wanted to make that was a little out of my budget range at the time. So I told myself, when you reach 50,000 words, the novel's about half finished, go and buy that for yourself. I hit 50,000 words and I bought that item. And every time I looked at it, every time I used it, I remembered how far I'd come. I wrote 50,000 words towards a novel. And I didn't stop there. That encouraged me to keep going. And the novel eventually hit the bestseller list. So celebrate action. Feel successful when you're doing something. Feel successful when you've written 500, when you've made your first investment, when you've landed your first client, when you've saved your first $100, when you've increased your income by $50. That is success. Keep succeeding, keep taking action. Thank you for watching today. I'll see you next time. And in the meantime, here's some more videos for you to check out.